So basically, Moment Hijab has been trolling David Wood on Twitter, making inappropriate comments about Abdullah Samir and apostate prophet and David Wood's wife, as you can see from the Twitter screen caps on the screen. So David Wood tried to escalate the situation, and here's what David Wood did.
Look, so here we have Holy Quran, Hijab. You're the one who's saying, oh, they're criticizing Muhammad. They're criticizing the Prophet. Therefore, we will attack their wives. Dude, you seem to think, well, they did it, therefore I can escalate. And you seem to think that we can't escalate. Are you serious? I'm an escalator. Put me in a mall because I'm an escalator, dude. that's what I do. I just wait for you guys. But look, my goodness, what is this? Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, look. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a little light there. Ah, look at that. Surat al-Fatiha. You guys see Surat al-Fatiha here? Surat al-Fatiha, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job. Do you really think we can't escalate? Do you? My goodness. Do you really think that you want to go this route? You think, oh, he made Islamicize me. He made the boom boom room. Dude, I will buy the domain pissonthequran.com if you keep going down this road. And every single thing that happens, I will say this is because this is Muhammad Hijab. He's putting us in this direction. Hey Muhammad, you like to spit, right?
For you, a spit.
You like to spit, right? There goes Surat al-Fatiha. Want to keep playing with me, dude? Next time I'll actually swallow the surah, and you know where that'll go in 2 days. You know where that'll be in 2 days.
So here was Moment Hijab's response to David Wood ripping up the Quran and eating it. He said, this is Moment Hijab on his Twitter, the difference between us and you is this. We disrespect Islamophobes like you who disrespect our community. You disrespect our religion and our community. Quite frankly, I have never and would never gratuitously insult any sacred symbol in any religion, even though I can legally. But the issue here is that the person who started this, stupid high school. No, this isn't even high school drama. This is like middle school drama. The high schoolers wouldn't do this type of shit. They would just like mind their own business, right? So this is like middle school. This is like middle school drama, right? The person who started this drama was Muhammad Hijab. Right? He's the one who started this, this whole thing. And I don't mean to be, I don't mean to go all schoolyard or something, but Moment Hijab started this. He should have just kept it professional and not talk about Abdullah Samir and apostate prophet and David Wood's wife. He shouldn't have insulted them, and he shouldn't have been tweeting about them. I mean, why is he tweeting about their wives? What do their wives have to do with their arguments or criticisms against Islam, the Prophet Muhammad, the Quran, etc.? It has nothing to do with anything. This is just this is like an ad hominem attack, which is completely out of the blue and completely unnecessary and has nothing to do with Wood or Samir's or apostate prophets' arguments against Islam. So Hijab started this bullshit. I mean, seriously, like, what is the point of doing that, right? What is the point of bringing up other people's wives, their personal lives, etc., etc.? I mean, what is Hijab trying to do? What is he trying to prove here? So regardless, anyways, Hijab started this whole thing, right? He started it. And instead of ignoring what Hijab was doing, Wood just takes things to an extreme level, takes a Quran and rips a page out and eats it. He eats the Quran. He eats Surah Fatiha. He rips a page out of the Quran. He eats it. And I was when I saw that clip a few days ago, I was like, what if I did something similar to that, like that, to the Bible? What would people say? What would my fellow Muslims say if I did that to the Bible? Or if I did something similar to that with the Bible? What would happen to me? Are Christians condemning David Wood for doing that? I think there are some Christians doing that. I think they're condemning him. But when he knows it's wrong, why does he do it? You see? Doesn't make any sense. Makes absolutely no sense. Right? Makes no sense at all. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about all this rivalry with Mohamed Hijab and David Wood. It seems like their rivalry is like Jimmy Kimmel's and Matt Damon's rivalry, right? If you ever seen Jimmy Kimmel live, he's always getting into these fights with Matt Damon, trying to show who's better than the other person, etc., etc. Their rivalry is like Lex Luthor and Superman's rivalry, right? I mean, Lex Luthor and Superman have been going toe to toe since I don't know, like the 1940s. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this whole rivalry thing between Mohamed Hijab and David Wood. I think what's going to happen is my theory about where this is all going to end up is one day Mohamed Hijab and David Wood are literally going to fight each other, right? Mohamed Hijab is going to bring an AK-47 and David Wood's going to bring a hammer, and they're going to fight each other and they're going to kill each other. No, I don't think Mohamed Hijab will bring a gun. I think what he'll do is he'll bring a sword, right? David Wood will bring his hammer, and Mohamed Hijab will bring a sword, and then they'll start fighting each other in a parking lot. There'll be like a bunch of people surrounding them. Christians and Muslims will be surrounding them, and Muslims will be going, "Yeah, Mohamed Hijab, kill David Wood," and then Christians will be going, "Yeah, David Wood, hammer time, hammer down Mohamed Hijab," and it's going to be a big mess. I think both of them are going to kill each other. Watch, it's going to be in a parking lot. It's going to be in a Walmart parking lot somewhere in America. And there's going to be Christians and Muslims surrounding them, and there's going to be some guy looking out for the cops, and then they're going to be fighting each other. Mohamed Hijab like swinging his sword, and David Wood swinging his hammer, and then they're going to, I don't know what's going to happen. I think they're going to kill each other. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Or either they're going to kill each other, or they're going to both get arrested. I don't know. But this is just my theory about where their rivalry is going. But this is Mohamed Hijab's fault, right? Mohamed Hijab's always going, "You're finished, wallahi, you're finished, wallahi, you're finished, wallahi, you're finished," saying, doing these. Writing, these posts about people's wives. Just leave their wives alone. What are their wives have? Their wives have nothing to do with anything, right? This is just sheer stupidity of Mohamed Hijab, and then David Wood is, of course, escalating the whole situation. So it doesn't make any sense. It's entertaining, but it makes absolutely no sense. And I'll be honest, I used to do this a lot too. I used to go on James White's Twitter page, and I used to like troll him, and I used to say profanities to him and things like that. I've grown up, but I used to do similar things back in the day. I would go on his Twitter feed, and I would just say profanities at him and things like that. So I would do similar things, and I would keep posting that Bart Ehrman's better than him and things like that on his Twitter page. So I'm guilty of trolling people and doing immature things too. I'm guilty of that too, but I've learned my lessons. I've kind of grown up from that. But it seems like Mohamed Hijab is just keep on doing these stupid things, these stupid antics, right? So I don't know. I don't know like what Christians have to say about. Well, there are some Christians condemning David Wood. I know that I've read comments about Christians condemning his behavior when it came to ripping out the Quran and eating it. But I want to know. I want to know if I think Christians are supporting him too. I think the majority of Christians are supporting his antics, of eating the Quran and making stupid videos like the Boom Boom Room and Islamicized. They're supporting him, and some Christians are condemning his behavior, saying, "No, this is not how you do it. It's not Christian to do these types of things, etc., etc." So, like, I want to know what would happen if I did something like that, right to the Bible. I want to know if the majority of Muslims would support me, or if the majority of Muslims would condemn me. I want to know. See, but if I take this Bible, right, if I rub it on my dick, what would happen? Would Christians, would Muslims condemn me, or would Muslims support me in doing it in response to what David Wood did with the Quran? So this whole nonsense is, I don't know I don't know where this stuff is going. I think somebody said it best on. I think somebody said it best on Facebook. Or, I think it was Facebook. Yeah, I think it was Facebook, where he said that there was a time when Christian and Muslim debates were actually civil. There were actually scholarly discourses or scholarly disagreements between one another. Now the whole Christian Muslim debate scene is filled with psychopaths, trolls, and people, just vulgar people going after going after one each other, going after each other, and doing vulgar and just outright stupid things, right? So if I took the Bible, if I did something like that, would Muslims support me or would they condemn me, right? If I took this Bible and if I rubbed it on my dick, like, what would happen, right? Like, what would I want to know? Would Muslims support me or would they condemn me? So are Christians supporting David Wood or are they condemning him? If David Wood can do that to our scripture, we can do that to his scripture in the name of consistency, because we need to be consistent here, right? If people are showing disrespect to our Quran, we can show disrespect to their Bible. I think that's a fair assessment here, or we can do that, right? The Quran says that fight those who fight you, right? So this is a self-defensive measure. We Muslims, we need to defend ourselves, right? We can't always be kissing the ass and doing and showing love to people who deep down hate us and reject us and want to cause harm to our religious beliefs. We can't allow that to happen. We need to get tough, and we need to stop doing Muhammad Hijab antics. Wallah, you're finished. Wallah, you're finished. Wallah, you're going to keep escalating the situation. Wallah, you're finished. Wallah, you're finished. Muhammad Hijab, you're finished. All right? Your stupid antics are causing problems, right? They're causing problems, and you're inspiring, everybody's favorite psychopath to do even more psychopathic things. Now, whether he's doing it for attention or he's doing it just for the sake of retaliating, I honestly don't know. But I don't know. Like, David Wood he was fair to me. He was fair to me, right? He's been fair to me in moderating the debate I had or discussions I've had. So he's always been fair. He's always been like a fair person to me. But I don't know what to think about this whole eating the Quran and spitting it out. I think it's very disrespectful, and he needs to stop doing those types of things, because if he does those things to the Quran, I can do similar things to the Bible. So he needs to stop doing it. Right? It wasn't even that funny. I don't know. I don't know why. You can see in that video, Apostate Prophet is just laughing his ass off. But I think Apostate Prophet and Abdul Samir just want to impress David Wood, so they'll just laugh at any of his. Like, Wood needs an audience, right? And Apostate Prophet and Abdul Samir are the audience he has. But this is, again, like, I don't know. I don't know what to think about of all this. Do Christians, I want to know in the comments, do Christians support him in doing that, or do they condemn it? And do Muslims support me in taking the Bible and rubbing it against my genitals, or do they condemn me? So I don't know. I only did that to to show just how offensive it is to Muslims, or how Muslims don't like it when you do that to their scripture. So if you're doing disrespectful things to our scripture, then we Muslims can do disrespectful things to your scripture. Now, if Wood was an atheist, I wouldn't even do that. But David Wood's a Bible believing Christian, so whatever he throws against Islam, it can be thrown back against the against Christianity or the Bible. I think that's a fair thing. That's a fair thing we Muslims can do. So this is just my 2 cents on the whole hijab and David Wood drama. If David Wood and Muhammad Hijab do fight in a Walmart parking lot, um, I'll definitely come to that. No, and what I'll do is I'll make like a, I'll make money off it. I'll have like a ticket stand, and I'll charge people like $10 to see the fight. Um, you know, so and it'll be like recorded too. I'll record it and I'll put it on YouTube too. So I mean, I hope one day the fight between Wood and Hijab gets physical. I think that's where this is just my theory. I think that's where it's heading. David Wood's gonna come with his hammer, and Hijab's gonna come with his sword, and it's gonna be the most epic fight ever. It's gonna be more epic than the fight between Batman and Superman and Batman v Superman. It's going to be more epic. It's going to be more epic than the fight between Darkseid and Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League that's coming out. It's going to be an epic fight, and I want to see it. But I mean, I hope it gets to that area. I want to see who wins in a physical confrontation, Wood versus Hijab. But regardless, Hijab is just, I don't know what the hell. I mean, he's just going down. He's going down. He's going down. Right? I mean, he's doing these stupid antics, and it's making it's making Muslim apologists like me look bad, and it's making Wood do crazier and stupider things. So he's bringing the whole. I mean, we Muslim apologists, we're few in number, anyways. There's only like there's very few of us, anyways. So he's putting us, he's taking us down a notch. He's taking us down several notches when he does these stupid antics. And then Christians are just running with it, and his whole disastrous interview with what's his face, Yasser Qadi, where Yasser Qadi says there's a standard holes in the narrative, and I don't know what the hell he's talking about there, because even non-Muslim critics of Islam will agree that the Quran goes back to the Prophet Muhammad, and we have early manuscripts. Even they'll agree. So Yasser Qadi is just saying one thing doesn't make it so. Qadi didn't provide any manuscript evidence. He didn't show any scholarly quotations or anything like that. He just said the narrative has holes in it, but he didn't clarify his position. But anyways, this whole, that was the first problematic thing that came out of Hijab. Now this thing comes out with him making fun of people's wives, and then David Wood taking the Quran, eating it, and spitting it back out, just to show disrespect to Islam and the Quran and the Prophet Muhammad. So again, I don't know where this is all going, but this is kind of the state of Muslim Christian debate. This is kind of the state of Muslim Christian relations now. Now it's no longer about scholarly arguments and trying to prove your case. Now it's about vulgar antics and doing stupid. Who can do more? Who can do more? Who can do more childish things? It's come to that level, right? It's actually it's going down to childish levels. So again, this is just my 2 cents. I didn't mean to offend anybody or anything like that. And Wood has come up with something called Quran shoes, where he takes Quranic verses and he puts it on his shoes. He starts walking around just to show disrespect to the Quran. So, and then the whole Patreon thing was pretty funny. Moment Hijab tried to get Wood's Patreon blocked, but then it kind of backfired on him. It had the opposite effect, and Wood got actually more donations out of the whole thing. Like Moment Hijab just needs to stop. I mean, what he's doing is causing more problems to the whole Christian-Muslim relationships, and it's causing problems to the structure of Christian Muslim relationships. So again, David Wood's not the only Christian who does stupid things like this. A lot of other Christians, when it comes to Islam, do stupid things like that too. So again, it's not his whole thing is not unique anyways. It's there are Christians who do stupider things when it comes to criticizing Islam, etc., etc. So he's not the only one who does these stupid antics. But again, this is just my 2 cents here. About this whole situation. Hijab started it, and there's a verse in the Quran where it says that when the ignorant greet you, you just ignore them and you say peace, and you just don't engage in childish and ignorant antics. And Hijab is actually going against the Quran when he does childish and when he points the finger at people's wives, etc., etc. So again, I don't know where Christian Muslim relations and dialogues is going. I think it's going in a very wrong direction because of these two, Wood and Hijab. It's going to cause there's going to be more hostility between Christians and Muslims now because of Hijab and Wood. So so yeah, this is just my 2 cents here. Stay tuned. A lot more videos are up ahead. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks.